when I am improving my life today, I'm literally improving tomorrow. I create my own reality. It's kind of like superseding the spiritual terminology. I'm a big fan of quantum physics. And what quantum physics does is it explains the energy of the universe without the labels of the church. So if you understand quantum physics, you're really talking about the same thing. The problem is the labels. People will fight for certain words. You have to think this way, you have to do this way. And the labels are just a way to determine that particular energy. As I said when we were talking earlier, Tesla said if you want to understand the universe, it's about energy, which most people call God. Okay, it's about energy, vibration, and frequency. It doesn't really matter how you label it. Some people call it Allah, some people call it Chi, the life force energy is what medicine will call it. It doesn't really matter how you label it. It's what's in your heart.
You're a published author, and congratulations, Marilyn, and so many incredible books and so much material. Tell us about Roses Have Thorns.
Well, that book was produced because I was going to a writing class, and I was writing poetry at the time, and I had quite a few poems written, and my teacher was also a publisher. So I went up to her after class one time, and I said, "Would you publish my poems for me?" And so she said she was waiting until I had asked her, because she says that book belongs in every counselor's office.
Paradigm Busters reveal the real you. Tell us about this one.
That book took 25 years to write.
25 years.
Because as I was writing it, and I know today Archangel Michael was giving me the information to put it onto paper, I was growing myself. It's the actual ultimate book for changing from your ego into your heart. And it shows you the pattern necessary to remove all the fears, the resentments, and the sexual behaviors that have broken and stopped the love from being able to manifest. And it also includes holistic health help to change your old behaviors into those that are going to be productive, so that you've changed your life from a fear-based life into a love-based life where you're connected with the universe and all good things can happen.
Finding reality beyond fear. Tell us about this one.
Well, that's the follow-through from Paradigm Busters. It has the daily things you can do to tell yourself and help yourself with your behaviors to maintain that. And then it carries you into connecting with higher spiritual forces so that you can become Christ-like.
A spark of truth.
Well, I'm very proud of it, and that's kind of getting past the fear of being killed for telling the truth. This book has been a challenge because it has brought up a lot of issues most people don't want to look at.
And this is your newest book.
This is my newest.
At the time of this filming, yeah.
Yeah, this has been just out recently, and it's a book to expose the brainwashing and the programming that we have gone through for several thousand years to be in the problems we have today. And it's the history, and it brings it up to the present, how it's affecting us today. So it's a book that brings awareness of moving out of the old oppression that we've been under through the agenda behind the scene. What we think has been going on and on the news is not what's going on.
This is the real meaning of 2012, Heaven on Earth. Marilyn, tell us about this book. Sounds fascinating.
I'm a channeler, medium, and I was channeling one particular, my art room I also use for channeling groups, and I channeled this information from Saint Germain. At the end of the channeling, Saint Germain told me, he says, now you're going to put that information into a book. So that's the result.
What is your overall message for all of this extraordinary work and all of the things that you've experienced? I think that's one of the great things about you in particular, Marilyn, is because you've lived life, because you are a work in progress, and you know that, and you're in tune with that, you have the ability to, in a very uncanny but authentic and real way, relate to everybody else, almost feel their pain in a way too. what is an overall goal and or message for the work that you do?
Well, it's really very simple. Life can be very simple. Our ego, our brain complicates it and makes it makes it complicated, so you have all those levels to sort out and get to love heals. And so all things come from love, all things return to love, and as we do that, our life magnifies into heaven on earth.